What's up, everybody? Pseudonym here for MuleHornGaming.com. You know, when I first got my hands on Everspace 2 at PAX South earlier this year, I had an absolute blast, but I did terribly. Blame it on the crowds, the pressure of your Mulehorn gaming peers standing over your shoulder, the fact that I am completely inept with a keyboard and mouse combo. But regardless, the game was beautiful and I had a great time with it. And now, months later, Rocketfish Games has been generous enough to give me a key to try out their latest build of the game, and I could not wait to put it to the test. Now, before we go any further, let's just be clear that what I've been playing is a prototype pre-alpha build. It's far from a finished product, and there are still many features in development, but from what I have played, it seems extremely promising, and I'm very pleased. For the uninitiated, Everspace 2 is kind of an arcade-style space shooter RPG. You choose a ship, you find resources, you vanquish foes, you complete missions, you upgrade components on your ship, and so on. And when you first begin the game, at present, you get to choose from 3 different kinds of ships, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. For me, I spent most of my time flying the Sentinel to take advantage of its EMP generator and cloaking devices. Also available in the game are the Interceptor, which has an extra weapons and device slot, including a teleporter, and the Assault Fighter, which is a pretty good balance between the 2 other ships. So in terms of controlling your spacecraft, PC purists will be happy to know the mouse and keyboard works just fine. For the most part, I used a standard Xbox One controller, to which I was effectively able to map some controls. One thing I still haven't quite solved to my own personal preference is a good setup to translate your ship up and down in space. It's not to be confused with pitching up or pitching down, where you're changing the direction of your spacecraft's nose. It's literally just moving up and down on that axis. The game does support the hands-on throttle and stick, but right now it's still kind of in an experimental phase. I gave it a go with my setup. I don't think it's a good fit with how I currently have my equipment, especially considering the use of the throttle and playing the game the number of times I needed to quickly apply reverse thrust. My throttle is simply, you know, all forward and all back. I think it's probably fine with a throttle where the default resting position is kind of in the middle, and you can apply pressure to move forward or pressure to move back and still have that kind of precision. But still, I would love to fly with a proper stick. I'm going to keep my eyes on this feature's progress, see if I can figure out a configuration that I like that works for me. Who knows, maybe get a stick for my left hand and a stick for my right, so we can fly kind of like that. The combat in the game is extremely fun. There's numerous types of primary and secondary weapons that can be equipped. You find them from defeating enemies. You can purchase them. They run the gamut from autocannons to mines to homing missiles. There's so many different ways to just customize the ship to your own playing style. I'm very partial to a rare beam laser that I found while playing the game. It just melts through enemies like they are butter. It is very satisfying to watch a fleet come at you and then essentially just Death Star them out of existence. It is amazing. If you want to try the game for yourself, the Everspace 2 demo is available right now over on Steam, and the early access for Steam is expected to drop in December of 2020. And Xbox One and PlayStation 4 editions not too far behind that. Those are expected in the beginning of 2021. So if you get stuck on a mission, you can't quite figure out exactly where that objective is, what you need to do, just remember the old mantra: when in doubt, blow it up. From Mulehorn Gaming, I am Pseudonym, and for more news and coverage, visit MuleHornGaming.com.